she said, the only times I've gotten in trouble are the times when I didn't put me first. And I was like, and I sat there and I was like, okay. And then I thought about that line and I was like, oh damn. Oh, she said something. Oh, she really said something. Hey YouTube family, it's Linda Gusha here. Today we're doing a little bit of a birthday catch-up vlog. Not vlog, it's just a video. I don't know why I call everything a vlog. I decided not to vlog my birthday actually. I've been making it a point to celebrate my birthdays as of yet because I always look at other people and I'm like, oh my god, they did the most for their birthday. And one secret I've learned a couple in life, is that if you want to have a bomb birthday, you have to be willing to plan your bomb birthday. Most people are ready to show up for you, but they're not going to plan for you unless you are like very lucky and very blessed to have friends who, I mean, I'm sure my friends would, but you know what I mean. If you want to have fun on your birthday, it's your responsibility to, you know, make that effort. Not here for people, you know, a lot of people complain that their birthdays are not fun, and then like they also don't really try much. So anyways, this is not a drag video. Yeah, I just wanted to talk about some epiphanies I've had in growing older, you know. Specifically, this birthday made me reflect on the fact that I am really getting to know myself. I'm getting to know myself in such a deep, consistent, whole way. I feel like this has been a pivotal year for my growth in my adulthood. The last few years have been a struggle of just like, you know, finding my place, getting on my feet. I feel like I'm finally getting a better idea of what I want to do career-wise, you know. Some people know right off the bat, and some of us kind of find our way and find our footing, you know, the things we love, and we kind of try to make that a career. And I feel like I'm in a place where things are coming together, but I'm also still very much making it up as I go. Like, yeah. But I'm not... I just feel like I have been struggling with trying to make things happen a certain way, and in the second half of this year I've really just released that. I had this one major disappointment in my job search process, and you know, it kind of settled some things in my heart actually. It kind of refocused me and repurposed me into where I'm at, what I'm currently doing, and yeah. You know, contentment is a big word, but I am proud and content with myself and what I've achieved thus far. And let's not confuse contentment with complacency. I'm definitely not where I want to be. I definitely know where I want to go. There's more I'm reaching for, but I'm not reaching from a place of struggle. I'm reaching from a place of hope, dreaming, and yeah. Also, there's kind of like this rat race where we kind of think if we don't achieve things by a certain time, we'll never achieve them, which is not true. It's just kind of like the bubble, the illusion of our social bubble, where we think, you know, where we compare ourselves and think that like, if my life doesn't look like this, it will never look like that, you know. And there's different timings for different things in our lives, and that's just kind of like one thing I've had to wrestle in my heart of like, do I want it now because it would look good, or do I wait for the right time to do it and not, I put myself through unnecessary struggle and pain. So yeah, that's one thing. I've really been letting go of struggle this year. And I have to say, being in a better place financially is a big help. I don't know why people, neglect to say when they're doing better in life. Sometimes it's because there's more money. Guys, we shouldn't be ashamed of the fact that money makes life easier. It makes life better. And yeah. I'm definitely nowhere where I want to be. I'm not Bill Gates. I'm not swimming in it, but I'm okay. And yeah, financial stress is just like, it's the ghetto. There's so many ghettos, but that one is just like the freaking ghetto. Yeah, so I think just in a lot of areas I'm more balanced. I am content. Yeah, I can't wait for what 30 will bring, because everyone always says, like, when they turn 30, life was just amazing. I am definitely not there yet, but like, yeah, growing older is a treat. It's a real pleasure. And one thing about me I'll have to say is I have no gripes about getting older. I think there's just like that little anxiety because youth in society is so desired and it's so sought after and it's so rewarded. But like when I remove all of those things, I truly am just so happy to be getting older. Adulthood for me, it has definitely not been easy, but I've definitely enjoyed adulthood. Yeah, more than my growing up. Like adolescence was, yeah. But I won't get into that and my past and my whole life story right now. I got some. I actually like made this video too. I wanted to do like an unboxing of my gifts. I got some really cute Switch Beauty stuff from like, yeah, my lover. And I got like I have a bag of shoes. Like I was spoiled. Like no complaints about this birthday. My friends spoiled me. Yeah, my family treated me, and I'm quite okay. I'm quite content. I keep saying the word content. I think the name of this video should be contentment now. Last week while I was watching How to Get Away with Murder, because I've been binging, and I left it at like season 3, so I went to finish season 4, and I'm like finishing season 5 now. And Annalise Keating said something that really struck a chord with me. She said, the only times I've gotten in trouble are the times when I didn't put me first. And I was like, and I sat there and I was like, oh, okay. And then I thought about that line and I was like, oh, damn. Oh, she said something. Oh, she really said something. The only times in life where like they have been royal screw-ups are times where I didn't put me first and I didn't put that voice in my heart first. My intuition is freaking dead on. Maybe it's what do they call it? Maybe it's like extrasensory perception. Whatever, I'm gonna call it intuition, but literally I feel like the voice in my heart is so loud sometimes, and I usually always know when something is going to go otherwise. And it's when I ignore that voice, it's when I don't put me first, that I get into the most trouble and into the most unpleasant situations. And I think that's why that saying really struck a chord with me, because it was just another affirmation of what I already knew. And one thing I'm going to take into this next chapter of my life is not ignoring that voice, not drowning that voice out for other people, not drowning it out to please other people, not drowning it out of fear, but really listening to that voice and sticking to that voice, because it has saved me so many times. And there are so many times I would conflict and be like, you know what, I knew, but I did the opposite anyways, and I paid for it. So I think, you know, I take comfort in the fact that there is that thing, there is that voice, that inner guidance that we have. And I take comfort in the fact that, you know, we can choose to listen to it or not. The choice is, you know, most of the time the choice is yours. Sometimes we don't think we have a choice, but we do. We just react so quickly out of fear or out of people pleasing. She kind of had like a breakdown moment in the show where she was telling everyone, like, I'm always cleaning up after your messes. And I realized, Woodsy, actually, if you think about it, if you've watched the show and you've watched past season 5 and I'm wrong, then sure. But up to this point in season 5, she's the only person who hasn't killed anyone. She's just been helping the other people cover up their murders. She's literally just cleaned up their messes and been loyal to them. And it's literally taken her life, like, into a spiral, you know, because she gets wrapped up in the lives of the people that she cares about. And so many things about that kind of pulled on, you know, pulled on my heartstrings, I would say. And just the fact that black women are always relegated to this nanny, you know, personality or archetype where we're looking after others, we're cleaning up after others, we're making sure everyone around us is okay. And, you know, she kind of says F that, and I really appreciated that. And it was just a big affirmation of kind of how I've been feeling lately, you know. There's nothing wrong with saying F that. I'm not gonna be your emotional crutch or your punching bag or your fixer. Like, no, you know, I have an option to say no, and being comfortable in that no. Sometimes you're not comfortable in it. Sometimes you'll make the right decision and it will suck. It will feel like crap. And yeah, I'm just kind of in that space where I'm allowing myself to be unapologetically what can I say? I don't want to say self-involved, but to be an advocate for myself, a self-advocate. That's the right way to put it. You know, we need each other as people. Community is important, but just as much as community is important, it's also important that we take care of ourselves. You know, you don't want to sacrifice your being for the well-being of others. You know, at the end of the day, you have to live with yourself. You sleep with yourself, you wake up with yourself, you take yourself everywhere you go. And, you know, you take the problems that you face with yourself, you know. And that's why it's so important to be your own advocate. And I think that's the, you know, really big, I wouldn't say lesson, but that's just the really big theme I'm grasping in this chapter of where I'm at in my life is, you know, advocate and advocate advocate for yourself. And yeah, as long as you are willing and you're allowing people to walk all over you, they will. That's just how we are as people. We just like to take, and we take as much as you give. And, you know, it's important to have boundaries, not only for your sake, but for the sake of your relationships. Boundaries actually save relationships because they prevent resentment and they prevent, you know, codependency and. So there are boundaries of love and boundaries of self-love. And yeah, so that's just kind of my thoughts about getting older this year. And I had fun, you know, my birthday was alcohol and friends and laughing and dancing, and, you know, I enjoyed that. Just grateful to be seeing another year, man. And yeah, that's all. That's what was on my mind. Ciao, guys.